Let's talk about how an algorithm works. Its main function is to serve quality content up to its users. You go on all of these platforms not to be pitched at or sold to, but for what reason? It's often to be entertained, amused, laugh, cry, feel something, connect, be educated, any of those things, right? And so what's happening oftentimes, I'm not saying all the time, is that you are focused on promoting your business as you should be. But that's the equivalent of doing nothing but commercials. We don't want commercials. We want the actual main show. We'll tolerate the commercials every once in a while, especially if there's a connection there. So I want you to go and look at the content you're putting out in any and all of these platforms and how much of it is promotional in nature versus value or engagement driven. Now, there's lots of people out there that say, forget engagement. You don't have to worry about this. Stop nurturing your audience. Just pitch your stuff. Okay, that works in some cases, especially if you are paying for ads. But if your number one focus is this organic marketing, you've got to have a different strategy. So let's say you have a piece of content here. Okay, what does the algorithm do? It's going to say, I'm going to show it to 3 people. 3 is just a made up number. I don't know what the actual number is. I'm going to show it to a small group of your audience, and we're going to wait and see what happens. Now, if these 3 people do nothing, then this piece of content dies. It doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't get shown to anywhere else because the algorithm says this is not quality content because these 3 people didn't do anything with it. They didn't comment. They didn't love it. They didn't share it. They didn't do. Then this is not quality content. It's the only metric that the algorithm has to assess whether or not this is quality. Okay. Now, if these 3 people, let's erase this line. If these 3 people say, oh my gosh, that was great. Oh my gosh, I love this. Or they type and comment, now the algorithm goes, this right here, quality content. Let's show it to more people. And this repeats and repeats and repeats and repeats until eventually you get to the nose and then it dies. So when you talk about writing content that engages people, what you're trying to do is give them something on which to engage. All the time I get people that will say, nobody's commenting on my stuff. And I go and look at it and I say, you're not giving them anything to engage on. You're not asking questions. You're not giving them a different perspective. You're not shifting beliefs. You're not doing all of the things that actually create or draw out those comments. Now let's talk about how this helps the algorithm, how you use the algorithm to help you. So we're going to go back to our content here, okay? So we've got a piece of content, got really good engagement. Let's say maybe it reached 20 people or 25 people or who knows how many people it reached, okay? And you've got multiple of these in a row that got positive responses. Now when you come out with your promotional or your pitch, what happens is the algorithm says all these people liked all of this content. I'm going to show this to them too. So what happens is more people are putting eyeballs on your promotional or your pitch post because they've engaged in these others. So what you're trying to do with your social media is create more opportunities to give value, shift some beliefs, and get people to engage and comment on what you're putting out.